Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. My name is Simran and I'm with Canopy. Canopy is a co-working space that's based in San Francisco. I'll put a link in the chat box so you can come check out the website. And if you happen to be in San Francisco, you can come by for a tour. Today, we've got another fun discussion with our Wellness Wednesdays that Lindsay Mann puts together. Thank you so much. And we have Elyse Hamme, who's going to be talking about mindful skincare, and she'll also be giving us a demonstration. All right, Elyse, all you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Elyse Hamme, as she mentioned, and I am actually here in New York. I'm a practicing esthetician. I do work at Joanna Vargas, but this was also just something that I was excited to do as a private project. So I've been an esthetician for about 4 years now. And one of the things that I noticed when it comes to skincare is that there's a disconnect between skincare and just the celebration of giving back to ourselves. And so I love this Wellness Wednesday because it's kind of a way to remind ourselves that our skincare shouldn't just be boring. It shouldn't just be this thing that we're doing because we have to take care of our skin, but it can actually just be a celebration, and it can be something that we really enjoy, something that makes us feel appreciated, something that makes us feel visible. And I think a lot of times the way we put on our skincare also helps the efficacy of the product as well. So for me, when I see my clients and they'll tell me, oh, I'm using a CVS brand, or they're using something that others might look down upon, I don't necessarily like to poo-poo on them. I like to think about it as, I'm glad you're doing it. I'm glad that you started to think about yourself. I'm glad that you're starting the process of thinking about skincare, anti-aging, or purifying, whatever it is that you're looking for. And I think of skincare as like your boundaries. You create your skincare routine, you create your boundaries based off of where you are at that point. So whether it is your financial status or your time constraints, your environment, you create your routine, your ritual, your boundaries based off of what is available to you at that moment. And when you're ready to graduate and expand, you go back, you revisit, and you change accordingly. So I'm really excited to be here today. I have a demonstration, kind of a walkthrough of how I like to prep myself for when I'm getting ready to do skincare, and just some of the techniques that I like to use on my own skin, and also in the treatment room as well, and kind of why I do it that way. So thank you for tuning in, and let's get started. Lindsay, are you here?
I'm here. Hi.
So I believe this is an interaction between us two, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions before we get started?
I'm just really curious. I'm excited to see the process of like the how to put things on your skin. And I've watched some of your videos and they're like mesmerizing, and I'm like, I need to know what she's doing. So I'm really just excited to kind of to dive in and see where I can learn something new of how I'm putting product on my face or how I'm washing my face. I really don't know anything about it.
That's perfect. And you know what I've come to understand is that in my world, everyone's an esthetician. So I just automatically assume that everyone knows everything. So then I post these videos and I just think, whatever. And then there's always someone that goes, oh, I never thought about it that way. And I go, really? Huh. So I'm kind of glad. This is kind of like going back to basics, which I really like, because no matter what stage you are, if you're a novice, if you're advanced, you can always just take it back to basics. So I actually chose my goat milk cleanser from Kate Somerville. I chose this one because the scent of it is really nostalgic. It's a gentle goat milk. So I've got a little, lactic acid in there. And basically, I mean, honestly, a lot of it when you're picking out skincare is sensorial. When you're doing skincare, it should be something that you like. When I first started, I was like, who cares as long as it gets the job done? But there really is something to you wanting to do it, because if you don't like your product, you're not going to want to do it. And you're going to have a cleanser that's going to sit there and you're going to be like, meh, I don't care. So there should be an element of, I like what I'm doing. I like what I'm using. So when I start, I place a little bit in my hand. I have a little bit of water here, so we're going to do that. What I will do is I rub it in my hands and I like to smell. When I'm in my treatment room, I do the same thing. I lay my hands over their face. This does two things, or one. It basically lets you know we're getting ready to start. So if you go to like a concert and you have the orchestra playing and they do that like long chord thing and you know that you're getting ready to start, the lights turn down, we're focused. That's why I like to do it. Also, a lot of the times their eyes are closed. So I don't want to just attack your face, because if you've ever gotten a facial before, you kind of understand that it's a little bit jarring. You're like laying there and then someone just comes and starts attacking your face. I'm a little bit picky. I don't like everyone cleansing my face. So I kind of like the prep that, hey, we're getting ready to get started. You smell it in, take it in, and then you begin. When you're doing that at home, it's a great way to tell yourself whatever it is you're thinking, turn it off. We're here. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start replaying your day. You're going to think about that girl that pissed you off at work. You're going to think about that person who cut you off on traffic. And then you're going to be mad and you're going to start touching your face like this. And I see so many people do that. And I'm just like, ugh. So this is, I'm here. I breathe in. And then I'll apply. I just applied it all over. So what I do, if you see, I try to keep contact. You see my middle fingers here. This helps to guide my hands so I know I don't get soap in my eyes. It also helps with tension here. So I like to let my hand go right into it. And that way, now my palms are here. So when my finger is here, it lets me know my eyes are here. But if you see from the side, I'm not in my eyes at all. I don't know if you can see. I just glide over, follow the bridge of my nose. So now I've applied it. It's on. It's a kind of a, get lathery with it. Get all the water, get as much product as you can. And then, so we've placed it on. I will always keep contact with my hand. And I am rubbing. My hands are at my base of my chin. And I rub inward, going outward. This allows me to give firm pressure if I want firm pressure. This allows me to go light if I want to go light. But I like to feel my entire hand on my face. And then you can sweep if you want to. So this is basic. It's a way of compromising so that you're not doing this. I want you to think about the way your hands are touching your face. Have you ever seen those 90s movies? The little rom-coms, right? Listen, I think about the craziest things sometimes when I'm like doing skincare. And you have that moment where the guy's like touching the girl's face and he caresses her face like this, right? You have that moment, right? Like it's sensorially, it's like feels comforting. It feels good, right? I think about this the same way. When you grab someone's face like this, or like when your grandmother touches your face like that and she cups your face, this is comforting. This is not comforting. All you're doing is freaking your skin out, you know? So then when I get to the forehead, I like to palm roll. I like palm. It feels, if you want to do circles, but I put a lot of pressure on the palm and right in here. There's a lot of tension. You see? And you just glide. And then when you get comfortable, you can use your whole hand. Don't be afraid to use your hand. That's where you get your pressure, and that's where you get the massage. Circular motions and always going outward. When you're doing that, you want to think outward. Out and up. Out and up. When you come back down, gentle pressure, because we don't want to go down, we want to go up. So circles, up and out. And I'll get a little closer so you can see what my fingers are doing. I'm like kind of playing piano. I do this in the treatment rooms on my clients. And then always finishing there. I don't know if this helps at all, but I love to keep contact. And I love to, this is going to be corny, but this is the hippie in me. I always think of the 90s movie, the 90s commercials where they put it on and they smile. I will always smile at myself. I don't care how corny it is. I don't care. No one's watching. That is the best, is just smiling at yourself and being like, damn girl, you cute. Or, oh my God, you're so cute. Like, feel yourself, because honestly, think about your whole day. How much are you giving to people? How much do you cater to other people? And how much do you have to always step outside of your shoes and think about how the other person feels? So even if you think it's this way, you kind of have to always use your brain to think about, how can I please this person? So when you get home at night, that's your time. It's not about the meeting you had. It's not about anything. It's about being present. That's why you're starting off just smelling. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Smile. Smile. And it's something like, I don't know if anyone's ever done this, and I learned this a few years ago, but I had a woman tell me, when you go home at night, do you tell yourself I love you? And I was like, duh, like all the time, like, all right. And she goes, no, like, do you say it to yourself? Like, I want you to stare into your eyes and I want you to say it. So here I am, like, okay, I can do that. And then I got home and I was like, I love you. And I was like, oh my God. It was such a like weird moment that it took me some time. So now when I do my skincare, I can actually do that comfortably, but that's your moment to reconnect with yourself and to empower yourself and tell yourself you matter. If I used to work at Sephora and people would come in all the time tugging at their skin. And I just sit there and I go, but do you hate yourself though? Because I know for a fact, nobody would allow anyone to come up to them and go, if I'm an esthetician and I came at you, you would never come back. You would literally never come back. So anything that's cheesy, go ahead, think about it. Think about that cheesy rom-com film. Flirt with yourself. I do it all the time. I don't even care. I have no shame. Okay, so we just washed our face. I use the pads. If I use the pads of my fingers, I'm very grounded here. I'm grounded here. It's not this. And I am letting my fingers do the discovering. Feel your cheekbones. Feel the crevices of your face. Feel them. Discover your face. This is you discovering your face. You washed your face. We love that moment. Usually I would wash it off with water, but we're going to take a towel. I'm just going to take a towel for now. And when I take a towel, inward, outward. The point of being mindful with your skincare is that when you think about your skin is the largest organ of the body. It does so much. It is communicating with you what's happening inside your body. It is regulating the organs. A lot of the times, like, so I have a constellation on my forehead. I'm human. I know I'm an esthetician. I should have amazing skin, but I'm human. And what's happening is that my body is letting me know that the way I ate, the sugars I took in, the alcohol I drink is now being purged and detoxed because my body said, I do not like that. We don't like it. It's that time of the month. My skin is going, girl, what is happening? It is purging. This is typically linked to your hormones. And this is typically linked to your gut. So should you have a moment where your skin is freaking out, probiotics. I like to eat Siggy's yogurt, anything that's heavy probiotic. That's what I'll do. But my skin is letting me know, all that to say, my skin is letting me know that there's something that's not right. So imagine your skin is doing all of these, like, is combating all the environmental stressors. If you live in New York City, if you live in LA, you know the smog, the pollution is ridiculous. And so your skin is combating that. And then on top of that, now here you come with your hands. Your skin is shocked. Your skin is angry. Your skin is like, what the fuck? Excuse my French. But your skin is having a moment, you know what I mean? So don't, because it's already dealing with enough. And at the end of the day, your skin doesn't take any days off. Your skin is going to do what it needs to do regardless. So this is just you supporting it and giving it the tools that it needs to. So ease up. If you're going to do firm, but do intentional. I am rubbing my face inward and outward. The lymphatic system drains outwards. My nodes are here. So when I wash my face, when I touch my skin, I'm going outward because we're pushing everything outward to the lymph nodes to drain downward. I'm going upward all around here. So if you want to do light pressure, that's great. If you want to do firmer pressure, now you're getting some muscle stimulation in there. But it's always inward, outward. And when you come down, don't drag down, just gently glide. But always think outward. When we get old, where do we want our skin to go? Up. We don't want it to sag. So the emphasis on the pressure is always upward. Cool? All right. So the fun part, I'm actually gonna start doing just a little bit of the massage, but I'm gonna put on an essence. An essence is, in this case, I'm using Peach and Lily's Wild Dew. This is a drink of water for my skin. My skin is super dry, so this essence is just bringing moisture. so that I can stay nice and dewy. And I'm just pressing. Don't get crazy. It's not, it's not anything, just, okay. Alrighty, so now my oil, my favorite part. Massage is my favorite part. And when I do my facials, I will always incorporate massage, whether it's in the cleansing, the exfoliation, any second I get to dig into your face, I'm going to. So same as cleansing. Take a deep breath in. I used Joanna Vargas's Rescue Serum. So it's a squalane. It's also vitamin E, vitamin C, brighten, tighten, lighten. Vitamin E is repair, restore lipid barrier. Squalane is a really lightweight oil. Great place to start if you have oily skin, you're scared of oils, or you just don't like that slip, you don't like the weight, then, excuse me, am I there? Okay. You don't like the weight, squalane is a great place to start. So I, again, lather because I live in oils. That's just what I do. I love an oil. And also the reason why I lather up too is because I do a massage. If I know that I'm not going to do an expensive massage, I'm not going to go ham. But if I know that I plan on staying there for a while and really working it in and getting the juices flowing, then I want to lather. So I've been talking too much. So I'm going to put a little bit more because it's like drying out. Okay. Quick absorbing. And the same application, I follow up. I don't know if you can tell through the screen, but coming down, my hands were not all, but like now they can. Now I can glide in because there's tension. So what I do here, I find my thumb here and I glide outward like we talked about. Keeping your thumb here, you can do a little bit of kind of pressing, perfect, just like that, pressing and going backward, following the jawline. So for people who have a concern of jowl, slackness in the skin, this is nice to do. I hold a lot of tension in my throat, hence this hoarseness that you were hearing. So I will kind of hang out here a little bit. And once I come to my ears, bring it down. And I bring everything down. And when you're doing it, again, if you're not going to use your whole hand, use your whole fingers. Feel it. Don't choke yourself, but. And I'm taking this, I'm placing it on the outer, not the inner, on the outer. And I'm doing circles going outward. So I used to sing when I was a few years ago, and I had nodules. I sounded like this. I basically hurt myself. And I had to take speech therapy. So what she had me do is just gently press on the side. And what I found, I have a lot of cracking in my cartilage because this is where my tension is. And I found that a lot of people don't have that, but mine will crack and it just, all of my tension is here. So, but it also feels good. It's like when you have a cat and it's kneading, and you ever see like a cat just get into it, it's kneading, you're kneading. Take your time, gently work your way down, and then you can just sweep, sweep. All right, and bring it back up to your face. and I go out. I want you, Lindsay, to use more of your hand. I want you to use, like, when your hand is coming through, I want you to feel your pinkies. Yeah. I want you to feel every bit of your hand on your face. Feel it. This is your face. Hold it. This is your face. Love it. And when you get comfortable, it becomes easier. But really, like, embrace your face. So now you take one hand and you go over. The lighter you do it, the more it helps with lymphatic drainage. So your lymphatic system is the only system that needs help. Your blood will pump automatically. Your lymphatic system won't. So that's why you see tools like Washa, and people are like, oh, does that work? It does work. The reason why people, I feel like, are frustrated with it or say that it doesn't is because it's a process. Washa, to me, for the face, is the most mindful thing you can do, because you have to sit there and you have to do it slow and light, and you have to just 3 to 5 times. You can do more if you want to. So this is kind of that same motion. The toxins that build up in your skin, you're pushing it out. So this is where, if you want to be corny, so like, I don't want you to do this. I want you to remember the way we said the 90s rom-com, when the guy grabs the face. I want you to caress your face. So take your hand and flip it. Instead of this, yes. You see that? And that way you're touching your whole hand. You're touching your whole face, and you're not like doing, I don't want you to do this. I want you to like caress your skin. And because it's a little bit more unfamiliar, it makes you think about it a little bit more than just going for it. Because if you go here, you're just, you can do this. Don't get me wrong. Like, you could totally do this, but there's something about cradling sometimes your own face. So remember how we came here? I will come here next, pressing my nose, pressing my thumbs right around here in your sinuses. Lift up just a little press. And then glide it out. And this is if you want to do that, like, this is a little more advanced, but like sometimes I do this move when I feel like I need extra attention. So I'm not saying do this every night, because this is weird. People are gonna be like, what did she say? How did she, what? I don't understand. No, that's fine. But this is when I'm just like, it was a bad day. I didn't sleep too well. The planets are shifting and I'm feeling every bit of that. Like, this is that moment where I'm just like, I will feel this and hang here. Because it feels like a hug. It feels like someone, it's like, it's role playing, and I know it's cheesy, but it's just that moment of like, if you're single, hey, single ladies, you can give yourself that love that you wish someone else did, that you wish you received from a loved one, or if you can be what you need, basically. So sometimes, like, again, it's just, it's living here and just holding it here, you know what I mean? And it sounds crazy, and to some people this will resonate, to some people it won't, and they'll be like, girl, what are you even talking about? But it's a way to stay present, and it's a way for you to say thank you. Because when I'm in a treatment, um I will use my whole forearm. I will always cradle someone. I will always sometimes I like to hold people here, depending on like what move I'm doing, because you don't think about it, but we just got out of quarantine. We are touch starved. A lot of us haven't seen people, haven't embraced people the way we want to. We're scared to. We don't know if it's okay. We have to preface it with like, is it okay if I touch you? Is it okay? You know, like we're doing that to the nth degree now, because we have our own boundaries. We're all scared, but we just want to hug. We just want to like get out there, but we're also like, maybe not. So this is, when I'm in a treatment, there's an intimacy that I like to bring that allows people to feel visible. Because there are some times when I'm like massaging someone's face and I can just feel that they're touch starved, like their face melts in my hand. And I will just do a massage a little bit longer, and I'll do more full-handed massages, because I can tell that that's what they need. And they may not know that. A lot of people don't know that, but the moment you realize, like when someone touches your face and there's just a sigh of, oh, it's like, yeah, that part. So all of that. And again, I'm a working esthetician. I see tons of people weekly. And when you get home at the end of the day, now it's like, it's my turn. It is my turn. So go ahead, be corny, be cheesy, do that, hold it here, linger there. This is you. You're allowed. This is you saying, I am here. Thank you for showing up today. To my skin, who never gets a day off, thank you. You don't get to call out and say you're sick. You don't get holiday pay. You don't get any pay. You're just here. And you're just moving tension away. And so like for Lindsay, you do Reiki, so you feel that like energy shift. I am not a Reiki person, but sometimes you do feel the energy shift. And sometimes I feel when there's tension here, because I'll get tension here and I'm just like, oh, what is that? I didn't have that before. Or sometimes like it's very interesting. But I think these are things that people tend to overlook. So they think skincare.
Oh no, I think that we just lost Elyse. Let's see if she comes back on again. Oh, hold on. Where's everyone? All right, let's give it a few minutes and we'll see if she comes back on. Lindsay, if you have her phone number, do you want to text her? Great, thanks. But I'm loving this. I want her to be here. I haven't had a facial in obviously over a year. How's everyone else liking the whole demonstration? You can feel free to unmute your microphone and say something. Lindsay, when was the last time you had a facial?
Yeah, no, it's been a really long time. Pre-pandemic, I think. And you know, as I mentioned to Elyse at the beginning, but it's true. Like I don't always pay attention or recognize to how they're touching your face when an esthetician is working on you. And all that does, like the massage, the tension, the lymphatic drainage, all of that, I just like, yeah, it seems so foreign to me. And it's really helpful to see this because now there are things that I can do on a daily basis at home for myself.
Mhm.
I just, yeah, I found that really, really helpful.
Yeah. I mean, like, even before the pandemic, it's been quite a few years since I actually had a facial because I was like so busy. And the other thing I feel is like none of us have worn makeup for a year. So I think there's a whole like reset.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like your skin's be able to breathe. And like, now that's like get into your, you know, a routine of like, because I see like, aside from like the mask knee,
Yeah.
the mask acne that you would get, like,
A whole new level of, I mean, just having bacteria and the humidity and the moisture, just, yeah.
yeah, yeah. But no, I know what I'm doing this evening.
No, I like can't wait. I was like, I'm sitting here, but here she be. Hi, Elyse. Like, I can't wait to practice.
That's not embarrassing at all. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. You're here.
Glad you came
I'm
back.
like, oh, that's really embarrassing. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. What were we saying?
Well, we were just talking about how when was the last time we had facials and that we're excited to practice this tonight.
Oh yeah. And ways to make it fun is by taking spoons, don't freeze them, but put them in the refrigerator. So if you have puffiness around your eyes, feel free to just smooth it out gently. And you always want to go inward, outward. But yeah, I always get just a little bit hippie when it comes to skincare because I just think that there's real power in your touch. There's real power in just being mindful, doing things with intention, saying, I am applying this cleanser because, or I am touching my face here and here because I'm doing piano fingers because. And this is all stimulation. This is all about creating better circulation. The reason why you do massage is to create better circulation within your blood, within your face. So when you create better circulation, you're increasing oxygen. Your oxygen then gives the nutrients. Oxygenated blood has the nutrients that your skin needs to do what it needs to do. And so that's why you can keep it simple sometimes, or you can get really fancy. But at the end of the day, when you're doing massage, you're either working out tension, breaking up the acids that in between that build up in between your muscles. You're kind of breaking that down and flushing out toxins. Those toxins that are in your lymphatic system, they stay there and then they turn into bacteria. It starts to build up. That's where you get either A, dull skin, or B, you get congestion, clogged pores, where you get like your skin just kind of looks like it's sallow. It just kind of looks lifeless. Like you're doing massage to help increase circulation. So some time ago, I had like an aha moment, which was weird, but you think of older people, might be a little morbid, so sorry, but you think of older people and they get amputations. So my grandfather, he had diabetes. He had to get, his toes amputated, things like that. One of the major reasons that is because the circulation that gets down to his legs or his toes is no longer. It's not happening. It's not sufficient. So that what winds up happening is that there's no oxygen getting down to his toes. So there's no nutrients getting down there. And so they wind up dying off. So something so simple as, that's why you get a massage. That's why you touch your face. That's why you massage all of your limbs, your phalanges, your toes, your ears even. You're creating a better circulation for longevity, for sustainability. And I just think that in this industry, facials and massages have been so like fluffy. It's not seen as a necessity. It's just seen as something you do if you have money. So people don't see the necessity behind it. But something so simple as, when you're at home, when you're putting on your lotion, really massage, dry brushing, working everything up, going upward towards the heart, brushing it off. I don't know if you've ever done this, Lindsay, but I've done like these, I used to do these cleanses, these baths, and they'll always say, go like this, to just kind of like wash the energy off, you know? So that same lightness that you would go outward, once you've taken the energy off, we've got all the negative energy back off, go upward. Create the lymphatic system to go upward towards the heart. Get everything circulating, get everything pumping. Because when you create, and I know that we've had these sessions where you would say, create the movement around you within your body, create the circulation. That makes you feel so much better. Even if it's taking a shower, start off hot, finish it cold. Your blood is pumping, the veins are like restricted, they're ready to go. Your blood, you're ready to go. You have that burst of energy. When you're doing massages, something like this is stimulating. It's creating, it's getting the blood coming to your face. When you work out and everyone's like, oh my God, you look so great. But inside you're like, I'm sweating and I'm gross. You do look great because you're getting your blood circulating, and your skin is glowing because it's getting what it needs. So when you're doing massages to your face, even if you do, which I like to do sometimes, little pinches. And you can pinch. All that's doing is creating circulation. It's forcing your blood to move. You're bringing it up to the surface. You're detoxifying. So be very intentional with your skincare, because that's your time. When you're putting it on, feel every bit, feel every part of your face with your hand. Don't be scared of your face. It's yours. So like, feel it. Sometimes I get a little, I do weird things just because it's like finger painting. I'm like, let me explore and see where it goes. But if you want to keep, yes, ask the question, girl.
I have a question. You were talking about temperature,
Mhm.
about like taking a shower like hot and finishing cold. Are there tips on like temperature with our faces? Like, is it too extreme if you go hot and then cold, or like, is there a method to temperature when we're working with washing our faces?
So it's the same thing. If you're washing your face, you start off, and I like to say, start off with as hot as you can take it. Don't do too much if you can't get there. You know what I mean? So like, start off hot. Basically what that's doing is it's like just opening up the skin, drawing out toxins. You're opening it up so that when you cleanse, you can get in there, and your moisturizers, your cleansers go in better so that you can wash. And then when you're cold at the end, and you'll do that when you're done. You splash your water, excuse me, splash your face with water. There we go, tongue twisted. Cold water, and that will constrict. So in our treatment rooms, we have something called radio frequency, which is a really cool treatment. It feels like hot stones on your face. And it's using heat energy to help tighten and produce collagen. And it's really, really cool because you'll notice it, but your face will get really red. And if you're looking like, oh my God, my face is so red, but it goes away. It's tricking your skin. And this, my goodness, this specific treatment is like tricking your skin into thinking that it's injured. So what it does is it flushes out old non-working skin cells, flushes out everything that's not working because it thinks it's not working because it's injured. And it brings in fresh new energy, fresh new working cells. So that's what it's doing to your skin. When you do cold, again, depuffing, it's really nice for depuffing. So I have these cryo globes that I will massage my skin with. And it's just, I love to do it around the eyes because I just always have really, really puffy eyes, especially if my salt intake is a lot, or if I haven't drank a lot of water, that will, or if you're not sleeping, that will show up in your eyes. And so I will just concentrate and keep it moving and just depuff. So when you think cold, you think depuff. When you think hot, you just think like you're stimulating, you're opening it up, and you're just, it's like you're sweating. When you sweat, your pores open up, the toxins come out. So it's nice if you start off hot and then finish cold because you're pulling everything out and then you're sucking everything back in. All of like your serums, you want to do that cold. You can do that cold. Yep. And when you do your whole body, like imagine what you're doing to your face, and then you do it to your whole body. You're not just, the circulation isn't just stopping here. The circulation is going all throughout the body. So when I do a facial, I massage the neck, the décolleté, the arms, and as much as possible, because it all creates, this is like in France, when I used to work at Caudalie, they call this your French face, because you will show age here. Especially if you sleep on your side, you're getting older, you'll get that line. So they call all of this is like your French face. You're wearing, your shirt, all of that showing. So we take care of all of it. Excuse me. I don't know. I hope I got everything. Like,
Thank you so much, because you reminded me that I have to look after my face.
Yeah.
So I haven't done that in a long time.
I like to think about it like, when you touch your face, ask yourself, would you allow someone else to touch your face like that? No.
Yes.
So don't do it.
My part is that like there's just there's so many products out there.
Mhm.
I don't even know where to start.
So that's kind of one of the trickier parts, because this industry is like super saturated. And if you've seen during quarantine, new brands out every day, and everyone going, oh my God, my skin cleared up in 3 days. So quick tip, that might work for some people, but that is not how your skin works.
Yeah.
Your skin cellular turnover process is going to take time. So when you're starting a new product, and when I'm honestly, I do consultations. So if anybody, if you want to give my information out and do a private consultation, it's easier to do because there really is no best product. What works for me might not work for you, might not work for Lindsay, might not work for my mom, my sister. It's really about the time you're getting ready to put into it. How much money can you spend, to be honest? Because it is an investment and it's trial and error. It's like when you go shopping. What's the difference between Gap jeans, Old Navy jeans, Balenciaga? Some people are like, I'm good with H&M. I love my Target jeans. And some people are like, I need my Wrangler. I need my Jordashes. Like, everyone's got something different and they're all great jeans. It's just what works for you. So there's a lot of questions I would have to ask to know what's your lifestyle, what's your habit. But when you're out there and you're looking at product, think about your skin concern. What is it that you're trying to address? And then go from there. I really do like Sephora, because Sephora, although there is a lot of product and there's always, like, it's loud, there's a lot going on. A, you're going to have people there who know the skin.
Yeah.
B, you're going to be able to sample it. So you don't have to commit to something without trying it.
Mm-hmm.
Quarantine might have made it a little bit different, but I feel like now that the world has opened up, I think they're going back to being able to make you samples.
Mm-hmm.
But balance it out. If you have acne, use a mask. That's for purifying, that's fine, or use a cleanser, but balance it out with something that's going to put that nutrients back into your skin. Don't just strip your skin. Some people are like, I see it all the time, and they're like, my skin is so congested, it's so clogged, it's so this, it's so that. And to be honest, it's not. But they're on Instagram and they're like, oh yeah, that looks like my skin. Yep. Oh yeah, what she has going on, that's what I got going on. Yep. And so they start picking up products that have nothing to do with them. Or charcoal. Love a charcoal once in a while. My skin is not oily. I should not do a charcoal cleanser because my skin is not oily. But on a hot summer day, wearing a lot of makeup, I just need a good deep cleanse. Sure, I'll pull out a charcoal cleanser, or I'll pull out a charcoal mask. Absolutely. But every day, day and night,
Me too.
start off, come to me if you need. Get a facial. Estheticians are great at being able to tell you how to take care of your skin, whereas a dermatologist will just fix it and say, great, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a retinol. Bye. And if you've never used a retinol, it might freak you out. And then you might be like, I'm not doing this. This was too much. Baby steps. Start off with what you can. You want something to give you a nice cleanse. Maybe you want something brightening. You want to have a cleanser. Nothing that's going to strip your skin.
Mm-hmm.
In the summer, you could do a foaming cleanser, a gel cleanser, keep it light, an exfoliator. Something that's going to shovel. Think of it like a shovel, a snow shovel. You're shoveling away dead skin cells. You're breaking up stuck. You're breaking up the bonds in between dead skin cells to help it slosh away.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to instantly notice that your skin is brighter, especially if you don't exfoliate.
Yeah.
You're going to, and that's one of the things that I will say, like, when you exfoliate, you're instantly like, my skin is so soft. Oh my gosh. That's good, but only twice a week. Don't get crazy. Don't get obsessed with that feel, because you're going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm going to do this again tomorrow night because I sweat today. And no. Twice a week. And then you're going to want to do a serum and a moisturizer.
So what's the right layering? Is it the serum, then the oil, then moisturizer? Or?
And oil is up to you, because sometimes your serum comes in oil form. And sometimes your serum comes in like a gel-like form. You don't have to do an oil if you don't want to. So you're gonna cleanse, exfoliate. Maybe you'll do a toner. It's not necessary if your cleanser is pH balanced. It's not necessary. Then your serum, because it's lighter weight and it's more concentrated. So your serum is like your cake. It is the actual cake.
Okay.
Your moisturizer is your icing. Your SPF is your icing. Your makeup is your decoration on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
But your serum is where it lies. Like that's the one that's going to do what you need to do. So if it's brightening, if it's clarifying, if it's anti-aging,
Mm-hmm.
wrinkles, things like that, you want to get a really good serum. And then your moisturizer is there to help it just finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I apologize for my voice. It went out and I sound like Kermit the Frog. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm glad that you managed to make it through this. I was worried about your voice, but this was just so informative. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. There's a lot. Skincare is a lot. It's very overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're like, F it, I gotta go to CVS and I'm just gonna pick a brand that calls out to me, that's fine. You want to do it. If you went and you were like, ooh, oil of Olay, this is cute. And that's where you start, good. Like that's good. Start anywhere, because once you get comfortable with it, once you feel empowered with it, then you can always graduate. You can always add on more steps. You can always cut down steps. Sometimes my skincare routine is 6 steps and sometimes it's 2. Sometimes less is more. There are some nights where you're just like, I'm not. If you're testy, your skin's probably testy. We're not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's when you want to do an oil, because it's like a serum and a moisturizer all in one. And you can just one step, massage it out and leave it.
That's it.
But forgive yourself for where you start. If you start with Cetaphil, would I love you to do Cetaphil? No. But if you're like, Cetaphil works for me and that's my jam and I love it, start there until you're ready to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
But don't get overwhelmed. If at first it's because it's what calls to you, that's fine. If you go to Sephora and you're like, I need help, that's fine. I'm an esthetician that when you come to me, I'm not going to give you 6 steps. I'm going to give you what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you know that you have the New York minute, you've got all of 1 minute, it feels like, to do your skincare. I am not giving you 6 steps. You're never going to do it. It's going to sit. It's going to go bad. Then one day you'll pick it up. It went rancid and then your skin freaks out. And now you hate that product forever.
Yeah.
Start where you are. Don't get too cray. Just if it's a cleanser, an exfoliator, and a moisturizer, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, thank you so much. We're out of time.
Absolutely.
Been recorded. It'll go up on YouTube and also send this over to you, Elyse.
Awesome.
And if you want to put your email, if you want to share, like how people can contact you, the people in the audience, you can just pop it in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Let me do that right meow. Okay. So it is there.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome.
All right.
All right.
Well, like I said, I know I'm doing what I'm doing this evening. So
Yes.
so,
And if you have questions, Instagram me or email me. I got you.
Definitely. And what's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram handle is Elysium Beauty, and I will put that in the chat right now. Where is chat? There it is.
Great.
Sometimes I find it easier to Instagram.
All right. Thank you so much again. And Lindsay will be doing another one of these. We have some more lined up. We have to like just kind of get them all in place. And I will hopefully see you soon, Elyse.
Absolutely.
Soon, so I'll let you know when I'm out there.
Absolutely. I love it.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.